It's the Wolf Media Festival podcast. Today's guests, from the monthly award-winning script, NineJay, writer, Robert Ray Jimenez. And now, here's your hosts, Richard Wilmore and Jacquelynn Wolfheart.
Welcome, everyone, to the Wolf Media Fest podcast. I'm Richard Wilmore, and today, Robert Jimenez is here, and he's here to celebrate his Wolf Media Fest award-winning screenplays. That's screenplays plural, people. One is NineJay, which is a feature-length pilot for an hour-long series set in 1880s New Mexico territory, and the other is Sounds of War, which I heard is very good, and I'm excited to hear what that one is. I don't get to see, read, look at any of the things that are put into it. I just get lucky enough to talk to the winners. So please welcome Robert Jimenez.
Thank you.
Hello.
I'm really happy to be here.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
How long have you been a screenwriter or writing in general?
I've been writing since about the age of 19, so very many years. Mostly for my own satisfaction. I have written, several screenplays that I'm just now starting to put out there.
What's making you decide to maybe start putting them out there and seeing what happens?
Well, with NineJay, I have a writing partner who is very good. And he is the one who came up with the idea for NineJay. Asked me to help him write it. I said, sure. I thought it was a great idea, very funny.
What did you want to be when you grew up, when you were a kid?
Oh, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a professional baseball player.
Oh. Did we ever go down that route, or we went straight to
I went as far as college, and then I hurt my shoulder. I couldn't throw anymore.
Oh.
But who knows? I don't know if I really would have made it, but that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah. What is the plan when you get into screenwriting, and what are your hopes for that, and what have you accomplished? That's a lot of questions, but
my original intention was to make my own independent films. I have done a few short films, and actually for NineJay, we actually shot a half-hour proof of concept for that one. So we have that for NineJay. We have the budget, we have the deck. That one we're really, really excited about and pushing on because it's starting to gain a little bit of traction.
Can you tell everybody what the proof of concept short film, like what that means to people that maybe...
We shot a 33-minute short to make, to seem like a pilot. We just wanted to put everything in that we wanted to show in the limited time we had to prove that we had the story behind the feature. And
then do you start sending that out to producers? Does Netflix have a copy of that? Like what happens once that's done?
My writing partner, Derek Fisher, he's the one that's taking care of all that. He's the producer. He produced the short. He's produced everything. He's the one that's on the forefront of that.
Okay. Tell everybody about NineJay. Like, tell everybody the story that you wrote.
The story is about a gentleman marshal from South Carolina, moves to the north to New Mexico territories in the 1880s, becomes a marshal. He's a widow. He's looking for a bride. His deputy suggests that he order a mail order bride from China. He goes along with it, gets the mail order bride catalog. But before he gets the catalog, the mail carrier, who is a woman and in love with the marshal and has been spurned, takes all the correspondence that's coming to the office, which is the wanted posters, most dangerous criminal list, and the mail order bride catalog. So what the scorned woman does is she takes the criminal list, marks out where it says it's a criminal list, and hides the paper in the pages of the mail order bride catalog. So then the marshal is looking through the catalog. He sees this beautiful woman that happens to be on the most dangerous criminal list. He doesn't realize this, and he orders her up. Her name on the most dangerous criminal list it says NineJay, ninja. She's a ninja. But the marshal looks at it and mispronounces it and thinks it's her name, NineJay, and he thinks that's how you pronounce it in Chinese. When he finally gets the ninja, he still thinks she's Chinese. She is Japanese, though. She goes on to kind of scope out the town, see what mischief she can get into. She finds out about a treasure that 2 other outlaws are looking for, and she gets them to kidnap her on her own terms. She is kidnapped by them, not knowing that she wanted that to happen, and she goes with them to the area where the treasure is, and she ends up getting it from them.
I'm hoping that this is all complete fiction and none of it has actually happened to you or your co-writer in real life. Okay, good. Good. Okay, good. I also have to ask where in South Carolina, because that's where I live. Is it fictional?
It's a fictional. Yeah,
right.
He keeps in contact with with their newspaper, the Carolina Oboe, a fictional newspaper.
So in your 33-minute proof of concept, is that entire story in that 33 minutes, or is it like part of that to get people excited about it?
It's part of it. I mean, there's several characters that we had to cut out just for budgetary reasons. Mm-hmm. But it's basically the concept. So you can see it's the story. You can see the story.
Okay. I always like to ask where people were when they found out they won their Wolf Media Fest award. So what were you doing? Where were you when you found out?
I was waking up in the morning, having my cup of coffee, opening up my computer to, look at my emails, and there it was. And I was just like so surprised.
I mean, I was looking at some other of your stuff. I don't think it's the only awards you're winning though, correct?
We've got a few other ones. Yes.
Yeah. How does that feel?
It feels great. I mean, it feels good to know that people actually understand the script and it comes across. Mm-hmm. Because, as a writer, you know what you're talking about. Yeah. And to have it come across on the page for somebody else feels really good.
How long did it take for you to write it?
We started several years ago, and because he lives in Santa Fe, Derek lives in Santa Fe, I live in Los Angeles. So it was really difficult to come together at any time to write. So he would write a little bit, send it to me. I would write a little bit, send it to him. We would fix each other's scenes, but it's taken us several years to get it to this point.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about that, about the difficulties for people and maybe what that was like having a co-writer, what it was like having a co-writer not near you? Like, can you talk about that process?
Yeah. Having a co-writer for me was really good because it's somebody you can bounce things off of that knows the story, So that was really good. The distance between us was a little bit difficult just because, we can't see each other every day. We can't talk to each other every day. But we made it work. I'd like to add is my partner, Derek Todd Fisher, just to say what a great guy he is, what a great producer he is and writer.
Awesome. Yeah, we should have him on too. You can.
Yeah, that would be great. He was busy today, or otherwise he would have been able to make it with me.
Oh yeah, well send him the link over. We'll schedule him in a separate time to talk a little bit more about 9J.
How did you two connect? How did you start the project?
Oh, well, we met in 1988. And then he was working on a film and came up with this idea and called me up and asked me if I, told me about the idea and asked me if I wanted to help him write it. And that's how it started.
Wow. I mean, so much has happened since, well, the two of you met in the 80s, and even since starting to write the script within film production, movie making. Can you talk a little bit about how that has changed, maybe your process, or how you deal with everything kind of since COVID?
Things that have changed since we started was, how much stuff is online. How
Yeah.
much stuff you have to do, because it was several years ago that we started this. But yeah, it's been good.
Okay, good. I want to then move on to Sounds of War, your other screenplay, because we can't get enough of you apparently around here. Tell everybody about that.
Sounds of War I also came up with many years ago. I combined 3 different stories. I wanted to do a story about a Vietnam veteran who got out of the war early because he stole the identity of another dead soldier. I wanted to do a story about a young priest who falls in love shortly after being ordained. And I wanted to do a story of a young girl, teenager, who thought her father had left them, but then finds out that he really didn't. He had died many years ago instead of leaving them. So I combined those 3 stories together to come up with the Sounds of War.
Did you write this one alone?
Yeah, I did this one alone.
Sounds of War. Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you, I think this is fascinating with authors, with screenwriters, like where do you get inspiration from, or where do these ideas come from? And I'm assuming you also have like way more ideas than what you put down on paper.
Yeah. I truly don't know where they come from. They just, pop into my head sometimes. If I'm thinking about a story, what the process usually is for me is I'll think about a story for a long time before I finally put anything down on paper. I'll write it and rewrite it over in my head until I get it, close to where I want it, and then I'll start putting it down on paper.
Were you also waking up when you heard about this award for Sound of War, or what were you doing when you heard
What
about
was I
that?
doing for this one? I was doing something different. I can't exactly remember what I was doing for this one, but I think it had something to do with actually this podcast. I think I was looking into doing this podcast when I got the news of that one.
That's funny. What now is the plan for the script for Sound of War? Is that going to be turning into anything, or is that just going to be shopping around?
Right now, just shopping around, looking for an agent, looking for, things like that. That one is not near as far in the process as NineJay.
Okay.
But yeah, I wanted to, eventually do this one independently also. Do you have things that you've written that haven't, I'm assuming, gone anywhere? You write them and no one picks them up. They don't get made. Are you over the disappointment of that if you feel like you have a really good script and maybe it doesn't go all the way that you thought it would or win as many awards? What keeps you still motivated to keep writing? What keeps me keep going is the urge to want to write. I get the idea and then I just want to write it down. Yeah.
What are you working on now?
Right now I'm working on a coming of age that is set against the backdrop of the 1992 LA riots.
Oh, wow. How far into that are you?
Pretty much all the way through. Just have to do a couple more passes just to, ensure everything is there.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm hoping that that'll also be an entry here. Maybe we'll have you back it'll be like a, yearly thing here of you winning awards, probably. I don't know. I have no say in any of that, but that would be great.
I love that you mentioned that we have so many people come on who are writers and they're just like, oh, I just had this idea and a month later I finished it. You mentioned this was years in the making of thinking about it and whatever. And I feel like that is so much more realistic to actual writers. All these people coming on just I did it in a weekend. I'm like, no, you didn't.
I can't even write a scene in a weekend.
Yeah. So I'm so happy that you mentioned that it's been like a couple of years of like thinking about it, working on it, going back and forth. That is so much more realistic.
I think it's fascinating either way. If it takes you 15 years, I think I'd get bored with it. If it took you, and then I've interviewed authors that it's like, oh, I wrote it in a month. I'm like,
I know. I don't understand how people can do that either.
I don't know.
You have to be alone, secluded, alone, no other
24 hours a day.
Yeah, no other things going on in your life, not a regular. Do you have a 9-to-5 or is this now your new job?
No, this is now what I'm doing.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm so happy for you. And just again, congratulations on both of them. Do you know when 9J is going to be, the proof of concept is coming out?
We just finished the final edit in August. This past August.
Okay, cool. Well, will you guys just be submitting that to festivals as well, or are you going to release it?
Yeah, we've submitted them to festivals also.
Oh, you have? Oh, cool. And that's going to be, people can watch that too, like on YouTube or anything like that, or you don't know yet?
Not yet.
This is what's so frustrating for me as someone who doesn't have access to the things. It's like, I get so excited for the people winning and then I don't get to watch them. And I'm like, I want to, like, how do we get it out to everybody? But I understand the entire like process. I just get mad that I can't see stuff.
Yeah. I think fortunately our festival is one that doesn't, a lot of festivals, if you have it out somewhere, you can't submit your project anywhere.
Right.
Our festival, we don't have that limitation. We just have a time limitation. Like you can't have had it out for 10 years and then expect to get a new win. So I think it has to be like within 2 years of your release. Other than that, we don't have that restriction, which I think has been helpful to a lot of people.
What's the best way that people can find you and connect with you out there?
We do have a Instagram page for 9J. It's 9J 2025 is our Instagram page.
Okay, great. Well, I thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's really fun.
Of course. It turns out probably come back anytime. We'll be here.
Oh, I'd love to.
Great. Thanks, everyone. We'll take a break and be right back.
Wolf Media Festival Podcast with Kyle Hollingsworth, Richard Wilmore, and Jacquelynn Wolfheart. Produced and edited by me. I'm Jacquelynn Wolfheart. Don't forget to check out the links in the description to find ways you can connect with our guests. Thanks for checking us out today and tuning in every week wherever you get your podcasts.